Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to watch about the how to overcome fear of intimacy. There is nothing to be ashamed of when it comes to forming close bonds with people. There are things you can do to overcome fear of intimacy, to help you understand where your fear is coming from. We'll touch on some common causes and symptoms of a fear of intimacy. We'll show you how to face that fear and regain control so you can live your life to the fullest. Method 1. Common signs and symptoms. First is withholding affection or feeling indifferent to it. Do you often find yourself shutting down or tuning out the world around you? The present moment always feels raw, real, and intimate, and these feelings may prompt you to shut down. If you catch yourself shutting down when you're interacting with a partner or friend, gently remind yourself to really pay attention to what's happening. Slow down and live in the moment. Look into their eyes, listen to their words, and feel their warm hand on your arm. Mindfulness is hard for everyone at first, so don't get discouraged. Just keep at it and it will slowly but surely become second nature. You can also try other mindfulness techniques like meditation and yoga. Step 2. Difficulty sharing feelings and expressing needs. People who fear intimacy often dismiss or repress their emotional needs in order to protect themselves. It's easier to shut down completely and tell ourselves we don't need anyone, but in reality, we do. If you want to build intimacy, speak up when you need something. Admit to your loved ones that you're struggling and be honest if you need help. For example, you might say, "Robert, I'm really struggling with something that happened at work today. I really need to talk about it with someone. Are you free?" Try to remember that leaning on other people doesn't make you weak. Step 3. Inability to form close relationships. People who struggle with a fear of intimacy often throw themselves into other things as a way to isolate themselves from intimate situations. If this sounds familiar, you can work on breaking this pattern. Prioritize the relationships in your life and challenge yourself to put relationships before work, school, and projects. For example, if your mother invites you to lunch, don't use work or school as an easy way to blow her off. Take a lunch break and go meet up with her. If your boyfriend wants to come over but you're tempted to tell him you're busy, gently remind yourself that you're just reading a novel. You aren't really busy. Try spending time with friends who are comfortable with emotional intimacy. They can model what real emotional intimacy looks like, and help you feel more safe and comfortable being vulnerable. Make it a point to answer phone calls from your family and friends instead of ignoring them. Finally, being emotionally guarded or disconnected from emotions. Do you often find yourself ignoring or glossing over your feelings? Emotions can be scary and uncomfortable, but a big part of overcoming a fear of intimacy is learning to verbalize your feelings. When you feel something, give it a name. Say what you're feeling out loud. Define it. You may feel vulnerable at first, but doing this can actually help you regain a sense of control. For example, if your girlfriend hugs you and you feel yourself tense up, think about the feeling behind that instinct. Are you feeling vulnerable, anxious, agitated? Sit with the feeling for a moment. Ignoring or repressing your feelings is a habit that you can break. Honest self-expression is the first step. Method 2. Coping strategies for overcoming fear of intimacy. First is come to terms with your past experiences. It's important to understand and face your fears head-on. Reflecting on painful experiences is uncomfortable for everyone, especially those who've experienced trauma. It's understandable if you've done your best to avoid thinking about those experiences up to this point. Facing fear can be scary. But it's the first step to overcoming it so we can fully live in the present. You can do things like explore your memories and past experiences in a private journal. Identify connections between past events and current tendencies. Tell a trusted friend or loved one about your experiences. Talk to a counselor or therapist. Step 2. Reframe negative thoughts in a positive way. Positive self-talk can help you stay calm during stressful times. Fear tends to take control of our thoughts and dictate our inner narrative. But we can actively change that. Make it a point to pay attention to your thoughts during the day. When you notice negative thoughts, try to immediately replace them with positive ones so you can reclaim control. For example, if you think, "No one will love the real me," change that to, "I'm worthy of love." If you think, "This is too hard," change that to, "I'm strong and I can do this." Quote, if you think, "I've never been able to relax in a relationship," change that to, "This is an opportunity to challenge myself and grow." If you think, "This won't work," change that to, "I can make this work." If you think, "I failed again," change that to, "I'm going to give this another try." Step 3. Communicate openly with your partner. Being vulnerable is hard, but help your partner understand what's going on. Your first instinct is probably to push your partner away and repress your emotions. For people who fear intimacy, this is a common reaction. Remember, fear drives this instinct. You don't have to say anything until you're ready. But once you are, bring up your fears in a calm, low-pressure environment. Like when you're relaxing together at home. Try to explain what you're feeling and why. For example, you might say, "I put up emotional walls with you because that's how I learned to deal with my parents' neglect as a child. It's a deeply ingrained habit and I know I need to face that." You could say, "I freeze up when you hug me because of childhood abuse. My dad would hug me after he beat me, which was very confusing. Whenever someone hugs me, my mind automatically goes back to those memories." Step 4. Focus on self-care. Stick to a daily routine and remember to take care of your basic needs. Things that we do every day, like sleeping and eating, tend to get overlooked when we're struggling. These daily habits can have a massive impact on our mental health, though. When you're working on improving your mental habits, it's crucial that you care for your basic physical needs, too. You can do things like make a daily schedule or plan of action so you can tackle your goals. Eat healthy food every day. Get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. Try to be physically active for 30 minutes every day. Step 5. Seek help from a mental health professional. It's important to work through the underlying cause of your fear. Speaking to a therapist is beneficial for everyone experiencing intimacy-related issues. But it's especially important if you experienced trauma in childhood. A licensed therapist can provide a safe space where you can explore your feelings, talk about your past, and learn coping strategies that you can use every day. Finally, be patient with yourself. Healing takes time and you'll get there. No one can overcome their fears overnight, it takes time to work through them, but you can do this. Take your healing journey one day at a time and focus on small wins. Be gentle with yourself. Your patience will pay off. Give yourself one small goal to achieve every day. For example, today, I'm going to have one meaningful conversation, or today I'm going to answer the phone instead of letting it go to voicemail. Sometimes, it can feel like we aren't making progress fast enough. Don't give up on your healing journey. As long as you're facing your fears head-on and making small changes, you're succeeding. We hope it is useful to you. Please subscribe to our channel.